A little secret safe with me. Oh, little secret. You and me for just one night. So please, baby, let's do it right. Oh, I'm gonna keep it. And I know your lips still tight, but not tighter than the grip that I feel tonight. So from a step in the place. Me no text, say oh me no call you. Say me just a go on like me no bother want you. Baby no go on with the one bag of drama. You know say me nah give me love to another. See it say you vex and you want big fight. Babes are the sex so me want ignite. Maybe we argue after round 5 and see if you feel the same way inside. If I want you pre don't bother me, cause stress and pain is a bother bit. First to the face, I hear the voice, and you don't know, say I kogency for the kogency reacts channel. And today we'll have another Skyboy video. I love Skyboy videos, bro. Skyboy always come with the documentary type videos for 15 minutes. Yeah, that's that. So we don't have to spend all 45. We just do a nice like a 15, and we get all the information we need. But today we have the deadly war in East London, Manor Park versus Drillford. The fact that a place even named Drillford, like, it's just smoke, bro. Smoke. That's all I can think about. If you come from a place named Drillford, especially in a time like this, just the name alone make you go slap on a belly, bro. Just go outside and do a mad thing. Or am I tripping? Maybe I'm tripping. But anyway, we have the video for jump into still. So I don't want to waste any more time. We know the Skyboy reactions and the Skyboy videos always do well. Well, I like watching them still. And you guys do as well, I think. Well, let me know in the comments if you like the Skyboy videos or not. You understand? But let's leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to me. And let's jump into the video.
See, Newham is a borough in East London which experiences significant problems with poverty and inequality. 50% of the children in households are in poverty compared to 37% in a typical London borough. 49% of the children in boroughs live in households with an income of less than 60% of the UK average.
Wow.
See, Newham has the third highest population of London boroughs, with a population numbering almost 400,000 as of 2021. Located in Newham is a gang known as OM, aka Manor Park, aka 12. 12 being used due to their postcode being E12.
Wow.
Manor Park is also a residential area.
No, I'm still saying wow. So how many people are in the borough and so many people live below the poverty line? Like, that's insane.
Area in Newham. The area is bordered by Ilford to the east, Ilford being in the neighbouring borough of Red.
Oh, so it's Ilford, not Drillford. So you tricked me.
Bridge that neighbours Newham. Ilford is home to the gang known as Drillford, aka First.
Oh, okay, it's the name of the gang. Alright, I thought the actual, place itself was called Drillford. Bro, I was bugging. But still, I see how them,
which is dedicated to them being in the IG1 postcode. Both gangs are known mainly for their infamous
IG1.
Manor Park holders were known as SQ. Manor Park is a gang made up of mainly Marleys, but it's also diverse. They are based in the Jack Cornwall area of Manor Park. Before gasoline was poured on this already frying beef between Manor Park and Drillford, there was tension between two fellow Newham gangs, Manor Park and Six. Six being located in Beckton, which is the south side of Newham. The ACG gang, aka Six, are believed to be behind dozens of stabbings and shootings in London.
Wow.
On the 7th of April 2017 at around 10 PM, Kareem Sams, aka Little Jumbo, who reps Six and his mates, will be chilling in Pier Parade, North Woolwich for a while. A stolen green Nissan will park into a nearby car park. Two Manor Park members will then get out and walk towards Little Jumbo, and when they got within range they immediately started shooting. Little Jumbo and one of his friends would be hit. Sadly, Little Jumbo would shortly collapse. Paramedics would arrive, but it was to no avail, and Little Jumbo was pronounced dead on the scene. Thankfully, his friend would survive. He was a member of Fight for Peace, a boxing academy which trains and educates youth to keep them out of gangs.
Imagine that. The man is a part of a fighting thing, this boxing thing that tries to keep youths away from gang violence. Man still get caught up in it, bro. It's like once you're outside, anything is possible.
Well, one woman who knows all about the enduring impact of knife and gun crime is the mother of Karim Sams. He was shot dead in Woolwich last April. He was just 16. A year on, his killer hasn't been caught. Now, Day Edge says every new death reminds her of what she has lost. She told Olivia Kinsley of her unimaginable grief.
Those two make their way.
Told Olivia
I know it's probably the wrong time, but this news reporter could get it still.
Kinsley of her unimaginable grief.
Those two make their way towards the group and just started shooting.
And he collapsed.
He went around the corner and collapsed in front of the houses. Yeah.
Florent Okendi, aka Flo, is a Drillford member and trapper from East London. Flo was a serious member who had a long list of police convictions dating back to 2013 when he was just only 14. These include robbery, theft, possession of cannabis, MDMA and cocaine, common assault, threats with a bladed weapon, assaulting police officers, battery, criminal damage and affray.
Bro, this guy's a menace to society, bro. Who's this guy?
On February 26, 2019 at around 8:40 p.m.
You can tell the man them in the trap watching Friends still. This is Jennifer Aniston. I know Friends when I see it, bro.
Flo had an altercation outside of Ilford Station with another trapper known as Sheikh Morrison regarding a bag of weed. The situation quickly escalated and Flo punched Sheikh before shouting "Iron Drillford," where he then proceeded to stab Mr. Morrison in his chest. Officers and London Ambulance Service attended and found Sheikh suffering stab injuries after he had been attacked by the man at the location. Despite the efforts of the emergency services, he pronounced dead at the scene at 9:16 p.m. An investigation was immediately launched by detectives from the Homicide and Major Crime Command. Immediately after this incident, unaware that Mr. Morrison had died of his injuries, Flo returned to a hotel where he was staying nearby and had a shower before disposing of his clothes he had been wearing during the fight. He then travelled to Stoke-on-Trent because he claimed he didn't feel safe in the capital, but he returned 2 days later because he wanted to celebrate his birthday in London. Flo was arrested on suspicion of murder on March 1st.
Bro, you see what I mean, bro? You're living this obvious menace to society life, this life of everyday crime, but you still want to celebrate like you're just a regular person. I don't get that. I don't get it. You can't just be walking around and try to do regular people things, bro. Like, you can't.
After police tracked him on CCTV. He gave murder on March 1st after police tracked him on CCTV.
My God.
He gave no comment interview to investigators. During the trial, prosecutor Jacob told the courtroom when the defendant's home address was searched, as well as quantity of cannabis the police recovered, a number of handwritten notes were also there. The notes glorify violence, inflate the defendant's status within Ilford, speak of his delight in stabbing people, focus on his fondness for stabbing people in the chest, and express his hopes to kill someone by stabbing them. Some of the written material collected included lines such as, "I love sticking my blade in lungs," and "Everyone knows Flo will be the top striker, aim for chest and nothing below," and "Ilford, oh, we run the borough like everyone know." Flo was sent.
Oh, he was writing bars. I thought he was actually like just writing down like I like to, chef people in the chat, but it's bar. But still, no, he's still writing it down, but I guess because it's bars, it sound, we get a pass, but really shouldn't still.
To life imprisonment with a minimum term of 23 years.
23.
Now back to Manor Park. Manor Park have contributed heavily to the UK drill scene. Rappers Farmer and M12 have classic dark drill aura in their music. Farmer especially. His music is much more of a confession of his shenanigans rather than a way out of the hood. Unlike M12, who was known for being a moneymaker, Farmer's 9-to-5 job was drilling. His right-hand man was Snipes. They would drill together a lot. Farmer's bloodthirsty intentions were put into action when he drilled basically 3 Drillford members in Fizz, Cone and Giddy. This has all happened on different occasions, which puts into perspective how active he was. Giddy, being talented Drillford rapper, he was stabbed by Farmer and Snipes and left in bad condition. Thankfully he survived, only to be caught lacking again and shot by Farmer. Fortunately, he survived again. For all of this pressure Farmer was applying, Drillford had to reply or be content with being sitting ducks. So,
yo, who is that? Who is this? With this booty right here.
On the 8th of April 2019, 4 Drillford members would wait outside Masjid al-Hudayah, which is a mosque. Yep, you heard that right. They would wait outside a mosque, hoping to catch one of their ops making his way out of prayer. Noor Bashir, aka Niz, was leaving the mosque with a friend. Noor was an affiliate, although his ops saw him as a Manor Park member and others saw him as completely innocent. He was spotted by the 4 Drillford members. 3 members jumped out while the
Yeah, but if you're taking pictures with one of the main guys that's doing stuff, then, bro, what you think's gonna happen? You think they're gonna be like, oh, nah. Bro, come on, bro.
driver Giddy remained in the car. The 3 Drillford members would then walk behind Niz and shoot him in the leg, which would cause him to fall before all 3 repeatedly stabbed him. The attack would last about 30 seconds before they would flee on foot down Browning Road. Eyewitnesses said they saw them continue to attack him despite the fact Niz was mortally wounded. Paramedics would arrive shortly later, however they had a hard time distinguishing whether Niz had been shot or stabbed. The paramedics were pumping his chest, attempting to resuscitate him, but to no avail. Niz was pronounced dead on the scene shortly after. A post-mortem examination determined the fatal wound being a stab wound to the leg that severed an artery. A murder investigation was launched where 10 men and 1 woman was arrested in the following week on suspicion of murder.
In the following
However,
week?
all had their charges dropped and released. The mayor of Newham tweeted Mandeepa's condolences to his family today following a devastating incident. Noor Bashir, aka Niz, will be the first body to drop between these 2 rival gangs. This one would prove to be pivotal in turning this into a deadly war. See, Farmer was extremely close with Noor. Despite not seeing Noor as a gang member, Farmer wanted to avenge him, which showed just how much he valued his friendship. And on the 30th of June 2019, only a few months after Noor passed away, Drillford members were having dinner in South London. Farmer
Wait, what?
A few months after Noor passed away,
Few
Drillford
months.
members were having dinner in South London. Farmer and Snipes would get the drops and later spot the group. They would both hop out of a blue Ford Fusion and will start to chase the group. Amara Toure, aka OS, a Drillford member, will be running with Giddy before they will split up. Farmer and Snipes would chase OS into Sutherland Walk, where they would catch up and block OS from escaping. CCTV from a doorbell camera opposite showed Farmer stab OS repeatedly over a period of about 45 seconds. Snipes also struck OS on occasions. Throughout the attack, OS tried to defend himself. Despite the vicious attack, OS had enough adrenaline to flag down a car and get a ride to St. Thomas Hospital, where he would sadly pass away at 7 AM in the morning.
Oh my god.
The blue Ford Fusion will later be found on fire, and Farmer as well as Snipes will later be arrested on suspicion of murder. At the trial, Farmer admitted to killing Mr. Toure but denied murder on the basis that he lost control. Despite Farmer facing life himself, his loyalty was shown again.
What do you mean? Denied murder on the basis that you lost control. What?
And when he told Snipes to snitch on him in hopes that Snipes could at least get less time and save himself. This attempt to save his friend didn't work, and Snipes was sentenced to 21 years in prison, while Farmer got 23 years. There's speculation to this day that the real intended target of that drill was in fact Giddy. Now there's a set heavily linked to Drillford known as ISA, Ilford Station Afghanis. On the 28th of September 2019, at 12 AM, police were called to reports of gunfire in Cortlandt Avenue. Armed police, local officers and London Ambulance Service attended and found 2 men, believed to be in their 20s, suffering from a gunshot injuries. Both men were ISA members, and the shooting was done by a Manor Park member known as Specs. See, the 2 men were sitting.
Yo, I would never expect that this guy is on stuff. Look at him. He looks like a regular guy. You know, everybody else, they look, rough. Them look. He just looks like a regular, everyday guy.
In their car when Specs shot at them. One of them got hit in the face. A civilian recording the aftermath is heard urging one of the victims, "Don't go to sleep, brother," as the man falls in and out of consciousness. Both men remained in hospital and their conditions were described as serious, but no longer critical, a spokesman said from the Met Police. Despite Specs being a Manor Park member, he would have a tight relationship with 2 men known as Shari Khan and Moiz Bangash. Mr. Khan would phone Specs about hitting a lick with him on November 19, 2019. Osman, also known as Specs, to his friends, got into a car with Shari Khan and was driven to a block of garages in Hursley Gardens, Redbridge. What Specs didn't know was that he was being backdoored. See, despite Khan and Bangash maintaining an air of friendship with Specs, their loyalty had changed due to the shooting Specs was involved in a month prior.
What? So me, if I'm Specs, me I handle my beef for me supposed to handle, and some outside guys were still on the roads but not involved. Them somehow I try backdoor me for handling my own beef. Bro, so you can't, bro, this road thing. Every time I watch these videos, it just make me want to stay inside.
A second vehicle entered the garages within moments of Specs' arrival. This is when he knew he was being set up. He was able to run away from the car, but was chased by Drillford and ISA members, Khan, Moore, Thompson and Riaz. He was attacked in the alleyway between these garages and the Owen Waters house, being stabbed over 50 times.
50?
Police found Specs unresponsive with multiple stab wounds. Members of the public had helped him and reported hearing Osman use the nickname of one of his attackers. Officers gave him first aid until paramedics and London AIN ambulance arrived. Despite efforts to save his life, Specs was pronounced dead at 10:53 p.m. at the scene. Following a post-mortem examination at Walthamstow Mortuary on November 21, 2019, the cause of death was established to be a stab wound to the neck. Specs has also sustained multiple stab wounds across his body. 5 men, Moise Bangash, London Becker, Shari Khan, Hassan Riaz and Omar Thompson were all later identified as the men involved. See, police use CCTV footage and mobile phone data to link the defendants to the stolen cars.
How many times is CCTV footage gonna be used to just track people? And just like, bro, there's cameras everywhere. How you think you're gonna get away with these things? How?
In specific key areas prior to Osman's murder. Mobile phone data will also evidence that Bangash organised for the group to meet in Swiss Cottage after carrying out the murder in an apparent debrief of what had happened.
And you're still using phones to orchestrate your stuff when we all know that they have access to your things when you're under investigation. Sometimes I wonder, it's like, do they even care anymore? Like, surely not. Because you can see that, you know, even before them, people before you was getting caught on CCTV and using mobile phone data and, you know, messages and things like that to track them and to say, oh, they did this and this before, so they must have done it. And you're still doing the same thing. So you're not learning. You're not learning.
Detectives discovered the defenders had access to a number of vehicles, the majority of which had been stolen in days prior to the attack, and each had a defined purpose. 3 men were all convicted of Osman aka Specs' murder, and they are London Becker, sentenced to serve a minimum of 14 years, Sharik Khan, 21 from Ilford, who was sentenced to serve a minimum of 25 years, and Hassan Riaz, Ilford, sentenced to serve a minimum of 24 years. 18-year-old Omari Thompson, Ilford, was also sentenced to serve a minimum of 15 years. Now on to November 1st, 2020. 2 Manor Park members decided to glide on the up block looking for Drillford members. They spotted Jason Diallo, aka Yellow, who was an older to Drillford members and repped Lay Street. Yellow was on his bike when S. Luce, being the driver, knocked him off his bike and then subsequently was shot in the head. Yellow was unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene, leaving behind a wife and 2 children. The glide didn't stop there for S. Luce and his fellow gunmen. 15 minutes later, 29-year-old Mr. Cordrington, spotted in Custom House, was shot in the chest. The victim had been walking along a road.
Wait, hold on.
Yellow was unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene, leaving behind a wife and 2 children. Bike when S. Luce, being the driver, knocked him off his bike and then subsequently was shot in the head. Yellow was unfortunately pronounced dead at the scene, leaving behind a wife and 2 children. The glide didn't stop there for S. Luce and his fellow gunmen. 15 minutes later, 29-year-old Mr. Cordrington, spotted in Custom House, was shot in the chest. The victim had been walking along a road, having bought a kebab when a car blocked his way. A man with a face mask got out and shouted, "Yo, what's your name?" before opening fire without waiting for a reply. S. Luce, aka Muslim Muhammad 26 of Leytonstone Road, was identified as the driver of the stolen S-Max from a combination of CCTV, DNA and telephone evidence.
Bro, CCTV and telephone evidence, how many times is this going to be used? But no, them use DNA too.
Eyewitnesses to the shooting of Yellow described how 2 masked men emerged from the vehicle, the one from the passenger side carrying a gun. One said, "Did you get him?" and the other replied, "Yes, I got him," the jury was told. The gunman then appeared to shoot something on the ground, his weapon jamming before he opened fire again, the court heard. S. Luce was found guilty of murder and attempted murder. His refusal to cooperate with the police regarding who the shooter was played a part in a longer sentence. S. Luce was jailed for 35 years for his roles in 2 shootings. Now on the 25th of October 2022...
Imagine he never even did it, but the man refused to cooperate and just still get 35, my God.
Drillford members Giddy, Shifty and another man were trapping out of a bando on Henley Road, Ilford. What they didn't know was that Manor Park members got the drop and they were armed and dangerous. After midnight, 2 cars pulled up outside of the address. One Manor Park member wearing a black Joker mask came. They came through the door and started shooting, hitting all 3. They didn't stop there. They then proceeded to stab their victims and then leave the scene. After reports of a shooting inside a house in Henley Road, armed police and ambulance arrived. Unfortunately, despite escaping the death numerous times before, rapper Giddy died at the scene as well as his cousin Shifty. The 3rd guy was rushed to hospital where he's in critical condition.
Jesus.
The gunman, who was wearing a plastic black Joker mask, fled black, crashing through gardens and remains at large. Police said they were working at pace to trace a number of suspects. A car linked to the shooting was later recovered in a nearby road. Horrified locals told that they heard screams and shouting in the middle of the night. Some believe the shooter may have used Diwali fireworks to cover up the sound of the gunshots. A month after the shooting, an Ayani Ali Aydin, 19, and Ayman Abishir, 18, were being charged with 2 counts of murder. 1 count of attempted murder, possession of a firearm, a knife, and possession with intent to supply Class B drugs. The investigation is ongoing and police remain keen to hear from anyone with information, video or images that could assist them.
My God.
But you know what the saddest thing about all of this is?
I remember being on the block listening to you rap these times, having no bars. He had me rushing out to find it somewhere to try to drop something on it. Alright.
Majority of the members from both sides were Muslim, so their dead were literally buried in the same graveyard. See, they may have wedged a wall between them with their worldly gang ties, but they now lie in the same place, meters from each other. If you like what I do, give this a like and subscribe. I send my condolences to the families who lost sons to senseless violence covered in this video. It's been Skyboy, and peace.
Yeah, man. Big up Skyboy. Just show you, so yeah, it's not worth it, bro. Stay inside. With all the CCTV, with all the telephone data what them can get, and with all the DNA as well, it's like, bro, it's not worth it, bro. But still, I like the video. You know, give us an insight on what's going on behind the music. You understand? Even though we don't even react to a lot of East London rappers still. We mostly react to North, South and West. Yeah, and Northwest even. No, I mean, we react to 98 still when them drop songs. We react to DA and, you know, a lot of 98 stuff. But other than that, we don't really react to a lot of East rappers. We'd have the CB time where I was reacting to a lot of CB, but it's been a while still. No, we react to Sinner, C1, 7th. Of course we react to East rappers, bro. Come on, but not people from Manor Park or Ilford, though. So if you want me to react to some of them, let me know in the comments, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's hit the like button, jump into the comments. If you want me to find more Skyboy videos to react to, or if you have any more videos like this you want me to react to, drop them in the comments. Leave a link so I can, find the videos, or tell me the title so I can find them. And leave a like, jump into the comments, and subscribe. Subscribe to me. Could just say that about man. Peace.
A little secret safe with me. Oh, little secret. You and me for just one night. So please, baby, let's do it right. Oh, I'm gonna keep it. And I know your lips still tight, but not tighter than the grip that I feel tonight. So from a step in the place, you say, oh, me no no text, you say oh me no call you. Say me just a go on like me no bother want you. Baby no go on with the one bag of drama. You know say me nah give me love to another. See it say you vex and you want big fight. Babes are the sex so me want ignite. Maybe we argue after round 5 and see if you feel the same way inside. If I want you, pray don't bother me, cause stress and pain is a bad habit.